What's up, guys? Welcome to the realm of camping. My name is Mike. Today we're going to be reverse engineering the Stealth Tarp and making our own Stealth Tarp out of just a piece of material from a thrift store. So yeah, let's go do this. So the first step, once you have this is kind of dirty, but I'm going to wash it after anyway, but the first step is to fold it into, like I said, an inch piece. So one thing you got to be careful of is when you're folding it, don't rush it, because if you rush it, this little thing that you're folding will start evolving into a longer piece, and then I'd imagine in the end when you end up doing the next step and cutting it, it's going to make it all uneven and stuff. So just try to fold it slowly and carefully and keep it at inch pieces. So just like this, grab a piece, fold it onto itself, flatten it out, do it again, and then keep going like this until your whole piece is one long 1-inch slice. I have a piece folded about 1 inch long. It's not going to be perfect. You don't have to worry about it being too perfect, but you want to make sure that, it's just folded about 1 inch or so, and they're more or less the same length as you see them overlap like this. You got that. The next step is this. Now, initially, I was going to follow the same pattern as this, but like I said, with I'm just creating something from something else and just generally adapting the idea. You don't always go with what they've done. So what I've learned is, nonetheless, I attempted to draw these little circle patterns, and I was thinking of cutting it out. I toyed with some ideas of how I should cut it out, and this is really thick. This is I don't know, 2/3 of an inch thick. It's super thick, and it's really tedious. I thought I was going to be able to do it with some scissors, but no, that wasn't the case. So I started with this one. I had a crescent drawn out. I started trying to cut it with the knife right there, and it was pretty tedious. I got halfway. I got 3/4 of the way down, and it's hard to keep that shape, and it just wasn't practical for making a very quick and easy tarp as I'm trying to do here. However, I then toyed with this idea, and I found a way easier idea, and these kind of look more like leaves anyway. So what I ended up figuring out is that if you take the piece like so and you fold it in your hand, it should be just fold it nice and firm. Hold on, just let me hold on a second. If you hold it, jeez, Mike, come on, man. It's okay. There. Okay. If you hold it nice and firm in your hand like so, and you literally just at the very tip of the folded spot, and I mean, just as a footnote here, if there's kids watching this, please don't do this. This video ain't meant for kids anyway, but get an adult to do this, and at the very least learn how to use one of these, because this part's dangerous. You can cut yourself, so please don't continue unless you have an adult helping you here. But you take the folded part right at the crease at the very top. You just kind of saw, as you can see what I did. I took this and I just started sawing away, and then I did the same thing to the other side. Two cuts in a kind of like in a triangle, right? Boom, boom, and then I was able to get all the way to the bottom. As you can see, there is a hole there. You just can't. Well, I almost got to the bottom anyway. So that's the best method. So I did that one. Now I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to go to the next spot, but I'm not even going to go by these crescents that I've drawn. I'm just going to start cutting and being very careful, mind you, cutting at an angle like this. As you can see, I've gotten through quite a bit. It's hard to see, but I've gotten through a lot of the material. I'm going to keep doing it like that while it's folded nice and snug. You can see the blade's gone through most of this chunk that I'm holding. And you want the blade to be almost fully extended, and try your best to be very careful. So you got the one side. Now I'm going to go here to the other side in the shape of a leaf, and I'm just going to slowly and carefully do that. You can see the leaf starting to come out, and you're gonna have to sit and pull some of them out, because it's not always gonna cut at the very top, but you can see the idea here. You can see these guys starting to come out like that, and then you just want to do that all the way down. Be super careful. I would even wear some sort of a work glove with your left hand. I work with these at my job all the time, so I'm not saying I'm a pro or nothing, but I know how not to cut myself. Although people always make mistakes, I'm very careful, but I could still cut myself, so it's super dangerous. So yeah, you just keep doing that. And then, geez Louise, come on, dude. You want to go all the way in, use something. I got these pliers, so I'm just going to try to use the pliers to rip this stuff out. You can see them coming out like that. It's okay if it rips a bit, doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, if you want to bring it to the next level, you can strengthen these cuts up in the very end with some epoxy resin, and I'll explain how to do that if you don't know what I'm talking about after the fact. So now I've gotten the second row essentially pretty much complete. I haven't gone all the way through, but I'm just showing you the idea. And then we're going to continue this all the way up the fabric. So I will, obviously I'll show you maybe the last one. I'll do one more, but at the very end, but I'm going to just not record this part and continue. Well, it looks like I'm going to continue, because I've thought of a safer way to do this anyway. Once you have, and it holds your crease a little better. Once you got your crease, and you're working on the next one of the row, throw a zip tie on there, and then you can hold it from a lot lower and keeping your hand away from where you're cutting. You can, I'm not going to, because I just find it easier like this. I have the zip tie in place, and you're just doing 2 cuts in the shape of a triangle. It's much easier to do it the zip tie, and you don't have to technically hold your hand near the mark. So I'm doing it like that, and then I'm going here. That was much easier. And then you just flail these guys out of there. And then voila. On to the next one. Okay, so looks like I'm done the cutting part. So on to the next step now. In the end, you should have something more or less looking like this. Basically, your fabric that you laid out should have a bunch of these deep holes in it. And again, 2 cuts, one that way and one that way. Obviously, don't cut the bottom off, or all your leaves will come off. And then go all the way up, space them out evenly, pretty simple. Now I'm going to unravel it and see what we got. Okay. So this is the end result. Kind of looks like dragon scales. You hold it like that. We're gonna unravel it and see what we got here. Bam. That's kind of cool. Some of them are, like if you don't go all the way through, some of them don't kind of flail out. So I think the best thing to do with this at this point, I'm going to go stick it in the dryer and just kind of loosen everything up. Yeah, because it needs to be worn in a little bit, but I mean, that's pretty chill. It's not bad. I feel like a camo thing, eh? Alright, what's up? So I put that thing in the dryer for about 20 minutes, and this is what we got. I had it over my lamp, but I had a movie playing in the background, and I had copywritten music going, so I couldn't use that video. I had to delete it. Where did the lamp go? It's gone. No, I'm joking. But yeah, as you can see, it's not perfect, and you need to fine tune it a bit. I haven't gone and opened up all these little spots because it does take a little bit of trial and error getting all the way through the fabric when you have that many layers. I'll lay it out on the floor, but yeah, that's basically it. See, they all didn't come through, and since it's on the floor, they're not all flailed out, but as you can see, it's pretty decent. I'm gonna throw it out my window right now. I'm just gonna hang it up here. Get a good idea of what's going on. So there's that. It's just hanging on the door right now. Again, I'm inside, and it's obviously gonna look a lot different if you're out there camping and you have this hanging on something, because through these holes you're not gonna see light. You're obviously gonna see brown or whatever. But yeah, there you go. So for like some pocket change, you can make your own tarp. This thing's like I think it's like 20 feet by like 6 feet, and it was $120 Canadian, so it's pretty expensive. You can get the same effect with just, like I said, just grab a piece of fabric and do what I did in this video. That one I'm actually going to use. I'm gonna sew the sides together like this, just to make it more durable. But another thing you could also do, like I said, take some epoxy and just like put a little bit of epoxy, like maybe on that or around this. It'll strengthen that spot so that it won't rip as easily. But in the same fashion as I did this, makes it really tough. Okay, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you can get something useful from that. Make your own tarp. Have fun with it. I'm out of here. Next time you see me, I'm going to be out there camping. See you later.